Realtors right now are craving something different. They don't just want to build a business the old way anymore. They want to do it smarter, more efficiently, more predictably, and more importantly, they don't want to do it alone. They're looking to be surrounded by high-level producers, people who are actually in the game, sharing what's working right now. Not theory, not fluff, real strategies. They want a culture that's collaborative, a community that's innovative, a group that's always a few steps ahead of where the market is going, but at the same time, still feels like family. That's exactly what we set out to build. We wanted to create the kind of ecosystem that agents have been searching for years, but just couldn't find. That's what became the Freedom Team at eXp Realty. Now, if you're at a point you're ready to change things, not just grow your business, but actually elevate your life financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, and plug into a group that's producing at a high level, then the next few minutes are important because what I'm going to walk you through is the exact blueprint our agents right now use to create consistent business, build real income, and scale in a way that actually lasts. And I'll tell you, this isn't just about more deals. For a lot of agents, this has completely changed how they show up in their business. It's changed their mindset, their confidence, their expectations, because real estate can feel like a grind. And honestly, it can be pretty lonely. But when you're surrounded by the collaboration, the masterminds, the conversations you're having every single week, it's a different game. So if you're open to it, give me a few minutes here, and I'll show you exactly how we've built this and how you can decide if it's a right fit for where you want to go next. Being a part of the Freedom Team, it's truly been a game changer, not just in business, but in life. The level of leadership, the support, the growth, that sense of purpose, it's on a completely different level. And that's not just true for me. It's true for the agents we're in business with every day. Because at the core of this, we're here to help agents grow their business, yeah, but also grow what they're capable of becoming, to think bigger, to live with more intention, and actually go after the life they've been putting off. That's a big part of my mission, to educate and empower. And the Freedom Team gives them the environment to do that. We've built a real connection, real proximity. We run 4 masterminds every single week, not just to talk shop, but to build community, to create momentum and give agents the belief that life and business can actually look different. And more importantly, how to make that happen. Because with the eXp platform, you're not playing small. You're surrounded by people who think bigger, operating from growth, from abundance, who genuinely want to see you win. And when you get in that kind of environment, it truly changes you. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about the next deal. It's about helping people get what they want, whether that's a home, whether that's a new direction, true financial freedom, so they can actually choose how and where they spend their time. And I've seen firsthand what happens when you surround yourself with the right people. Your results expand fast. I mean, I personally tripled my income in a single year in this environment, not because of luck, but because of the proximity, the tools, the collaboration, the mindset shift. Your circle matters. The conversations you're in matter. And getting into the right room can literally change the trajectory of your life. That's what the Freedom Team is. It's not just about more transactions. It's about elevation. Who you become, how you show up, what you create for your family, and what becomes possible for your future. And the results speak for themselves. In a market where nearly 70% of the agents didn't close a single deal, and 30% of them left the business altogether, our agents closed over 12,000 transactions, over $4.7 billion in volume. And on average, they're producing 2.5 times what the typical agent averages in this country. Why? Because they're not doing it alone. They have the systems incorporate multiple CRMs, personal individualized branding, lead generation funnels, multiple lead attraction engines, and an electronic filing cabinet for your transactions, a way to keep your finger on the pulse of your business, and much more. The training includes 80 hours of live and recorded training weekly, 4 intimate masterminds each week, practical AI training realtors can put into motion today, more than you can absorb, and available at your fingertips when you need it. Support encompasses 7x24 live support, getting in front of a broker with a question in a minute, a compliance review of all your documents, coaching, mentoring, and so much more. You can take advantage of as much or as little of this as you need to create the business you want. And they're surrounded by people who are actually doing it at a high level. We're constantly bringing in top agents, people winning in their own niche right now to expand what's possible and give real, usable strategies. And the implementation is fast. Jeff, a 25-year veteran agent, took one idea, implemented it within hours, and created an extra 6 closings for himself within 7 months. In 2 years, Andy created a $25 million pipeline and grew it to $80 million using YouTube. Ryan came from a Zillow Flex team, implemented our personal branding and funnel system, and was blown away with the quality and credit worthiness of the leads versus her experience with the Zillow leads. Caleb, new to the business, joined us and in his first year closed 28 transactions. Now, Brian actually doubled his business every year, year after year, for 4 years by being a part of our community. The difference is simple. They leaned in, they stayed connected, and they didn't have to figure it all out on their own anymore. And these are the kinds of people you get to be around. We help them learn step by step to use each system because systems are what create success. They stopped chasing business and started building a personal brand that brings in consistent, high quality opportunities for them. They got in the right room, and being surrounded by the right people, the right conversations, the right ideas, that's where the real breakthroughs started to happen. And they didn't have to do it perfectly. They just stayed connected, leaned into coaching, and took it one step at a time, with us walking right alongside them. While others were exiting the industry, our team was growing. And here's the truth. It's the systems, it's the platform, the environment that allows agents to start producing at a level they never thought was possible. I've lived this. In my first year at eXp with the Freedom Team, I got over 100%. Yes, that can be a reality at eXp in multiple ways. The very next year, I built a passive income that outperformed what I was making with the 90 rental properties I had. And that's when it really hit me. That kind of income, it creates peace of mind. Today, my passive income covers all my bills every single month, whether I close a deal or not. It changes how you live your life. That's what we help agents create. Not just more deals, but real stability, real confidence, real freedom. We help you get out of the constant pressure and into a place where you're back in control, where you have time for what actually matters to you. And honestly, you start enjoying the business again. It's fun again. Because when you're in the right environment with the right people, doing it right alongside of you, it does become fun. Now, when I connect with an agent, I start with you. What do you actually want? Where are you trying to go? What does success look like in your life, not just your business? Do you want to build something that gives you options long term? From there, we build a plan. We map out that 90-day strategy to get you into momentum. We plug you into our 6-week accelerator course, and it's completely free. The results speak for themselves. By attending this coaching and accountability program and doing the work, our experienced agents added an additional 17 transactions in 1 year. And brand new agents went from 0 to 4 signed clients within 6 weeks. Not because it's magic, but because they followed a proven process and stayed consistent. We also help you build a real personal brand, not just posting for the sake of posting, but creating content that actually attracts business. Our team handles the tech, shows you exactly what you need to do, and helps you build something that works for you long term so you're not dependent on your sphere or referrals anymore. From there, you get to choose your path. There are more opportunities on this platform than anyone could ever fully tap into. And then we help you execute. You're not doing this alone either. You've got multiple leaders invested in your success, a full support system around your transactions, and a community that's actually in it with you. And I'll say this, there's no other model out there that combines opportunity, collaboration, support, and long-term wealth creation the way this one does. And that's why thousands and thousands of agents have made that move. What we do with the Freedom Team is bridge the gap. We take a most powerful platform and we make it personal. Because the reality is, a lot of agents right now are struggling more than they let on. They're dealing with inconsistent business. One month feels great, and the next month, they're right back to wondering where the next deal is coming from. And lead flow isn't predictable, or it's poor quality. And they're spending a ton of time chasing conversations that just never convert. They haven't implemented the systems and the automation, and it's exhausting. A lot of agents feel like they're just out there on their own. They don't have someone they can actually go to and say, hey, what would you do in this situation? They're surrounded by noise, ideas, strategies, opinions from every direction, but have no clear path, no real plan they can trust. So they stay busy, but not necessarily productive. And they hit that point where they feel stuck. They've had some success, but they can't seem to break through to that next level. They're working harder and putting in more hours, but it is not translating into the growth they thought it would. And underneath all of that, there's pressure, financial pressure, time pressure, the pressure of trying to build a life while feeling your business is running you. A lot of agents don't have a clear path to financial freedom. They're closing deals, but they're still starting over every single month, still tied to the next transaction, still wondering, is it ever going to feel stable? And then there's burnout, late nights, weekends, always being on, trying to juggle the business, the family, and everything else that matters. I feel like something is always getting sacrificed. In the middle of that, they know they're capable of more. They can see it, they can feel it, but they don't know what the next step is or who to trust to help them get there. That's the gap. We help you plug into a real plan. And we help you bring that vision back to life. The vision of having your bills covered, of building a life where you actually get to choose how and where you spend your days. And this is what becomes possible when you decide to step into it. Join us.